Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is just an update on our garden. This is Mrs. V. This is Prepsteading with Mrs. V. And I just wanted to, we're just going to go right around here and let you guys know what's all going on. So this first row is Habanero Peppers. We have some marigold just here and there in between everything, because marigold is beneficial to everything, it seems like. So we also have some sweet banana peppers here. We have some Fresno peppers there, and more marigold throughout everything. We have green peppers out here that are growing. Everything is still pretty low. It's still pretty early, so I have some dillweed growing here. I did just do a harvest today, so they don't look super spectacular, but in another day or two they're gonna look like a tiny forest again. Here are our sage that we planted in. Not sure if you guys remember the first video, but they were tiny little buds when we first started in, but here they are now, just flourishing and growing so much. They're wonderful. Here are our cayenne peppers. I have 3 cayenne peppers here, and over in this corner here we have our cucumber plants growing. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cucumbers growing, and a tiny one right there. He's not doing too well. I put him in kind of late, but you know, he's not doing all that well. So I wanted to note something real fast. I put in these trellises a few days ago, or actually it was probably about a week or two ago, and these little tiny vines are just coming out and just swirling right around there. Can you see that? Just swirling there, right around the trellis. And so I went ahead, put some string up also, because this one was attached up there to this string here when I came out this morning, but seems to have let go. But they go wherever they want to. Look at this little guy here. Not sure if you can see that. He's caught on to the yarn there. It's pretty cool. We have our carrot plants here. The carrots are growing in. This is amazingly after I thinned. It's pretty lush. It looks like a tiny forest itself, but they're getting big. They'll be ready to harvest next week, or once they start popping through. Oops, excuse me. We have our butterhead lettuce here. Again, this is after a harvest. I had to pull some off and giving to our neighbors, and some of our neighbors are giving us eggs from their chickens, so we were giving back to them. Again, green peppers and one more lettuce plant. There was another head of lettuce there, but again, like I said, I gave one to the neighbor. Here is our broccoli patch here. We have a few broccolis growing in. We have a head there growing, a head here, and nothing there, but we also have a head here. And I'm not sure if you can see or not, but we also have a sage plant growing in down there. So here is our potato patch here. Oh, one thing I forgot. Right there, growing watermelon. I'm going to be putting in another watermelon here in this blank spot at the end of this week. So that's what's going there. We're going to have a full garden. And our potato plants, put these in first thing. I think these were the first things to go in. The broccoli and the potato plants were the first thing to go in when we first started the garden, and they are almost ready. I've got some flowers popping up here. Next are the cabbage and kale. I have 2, 4, 6 cabbage and 2 cabbage here and 1 by the lettuce, by the butterhead. They're growing wonderfully. Again, this is after harvest. I just harvested this morning and gave some cabbage leaves to the neighbor for her mother. So here is our oops, I'm stepping on things here. This is our corn. We got not a cornfield, just a few rows of corn here, but they are getting fairly big. They grow by the day, as does everything else, of course, but how you see it is extreme. I mean, look, we have grains growing in here already. Grains growing in. Not sure if you can see that one there. It's kind of dark there. So, but we have 24 corn stalks growing because we love corn. I know it's not enough, but then again, this is my first garden. We have 3 spinach plants growing here. I did not harvest these, but I will be harvesting these. I kind of forgot about them because they're just, I wanted them to grow some more before I harvested the leaves. When the leaves were really young with these ones, before they were this big, they didn't quite taste as well. So I wanted them to get a bit bigger, and then I was going to chop them up, and then I'll be chopping them up and cooking them in for some breakfast. I have the 1, 2, 3, 4 eggplant here. Hopefully it'll be we'll be having some eggplant by the end of the summer. Here I have some beefsteak tomatoes and some herbs growing. I have beefsteak here. I have cherry tomato here. We also have parsley growing there and basil growing. These are cherry tomatoes here. These are slicing tomatoes here. More marigold because they're so beautiful. Have some hot peppers here. I believe these are cayenne, and the other ones that I said. No, what is this? Oh, jalapeno. These are our jalapenos over here. And these are just more beefsteak tomatoes. They're getting pretty tall. They're about 1.5 feet tall now, so they're hopefully another month we'll be seeing some real growth. The ones in the back here, they're about 1.5 feet also, maybe like 1.25 feet, and I just have to get some stakes up for these ones in the middle, but you know, everything is going quite nice. This is my first garden, and I couldn't be more happy with everything going on. From the tomatoes to the corn to the potatoes and broccoli and lettuce and carrots and everything. Everything's just wonderful. And I will be keeping you guys up to date. I'll be also getting out a few more videos here on trellising and pruning, and you know, if you guys have any other questions about anything that I've learned, or if you guys, you know, just want to ask a question and I can find out for you, because I know a lot of people, even with this COVID going on, you're still at home working, but maybe you're trying to do some self-sufficiency also, and you know, start your garden. You don't have enough time, just ask and I'll, you know, get you a video out. So again, this is Prepsteading with Mrs. V, and I wish you all happy planting.